How do you block that out as a team, knowing that you're going into hostile territory and that there's probably not going to be a whole ton of Buckeye fans for you tonight?
I mean, I think our fans will travel well, so we'll see. But I mean, with all due respect to every team we play, every game's a big game. We're a high-profile team per se, and Virginia Tech is obviously coming off beating us last year. So I think every game we play is a big game because we can't let one slip up. And I think the biggest thing that we've done is we've just focused on what we do. You can't focus on any trash talk going on out there. You can't focus on, what if they do this, what if they do that. We prepare for what we see on film, and we do what we do, and that's what won us games last year when we were prepared and executed our plan. We kind of dictate how the game goes, so I think that's what locks it up for us.
When you watch the film from the Virginia Tech game from last year, what feelings did that elicit in you guys when you're preparing for this game? Were you angry watching it? Was it tough to watch at all?
I mean, I've watched it so many times already that, you never want to watch a loss a lot. But I think it's just the fact that, you see the little things that we messed up and weren't prepared for, and, now we haven't figured out, and it's like, if we just would have been ready to do this or that, we could have executed a play here or there. We were in that game down the stretch even not being prepared for that Bear defense. So, it's just a good learning experience. Like I said, you never want to watch a loss, but it's something that's going to stick with you. But that film is probably the best thing that we can watch preparing for this game because I'm sure why they would try it again just to see if we're actually prepared for it and if they'll execute at a high level again.
After that game last year, what did you do? What do you remember from a couple hours after that game?
I just went home and went to bed. Usually afterwards I'm home, my family's there. I'm usually happy to see all of them, but I haven't lost a lot of games here. I haven't been a part of a lot of losses, so it's just kind of different. I just kind of want to go home, go to bed because I knew I was gonna come in here early, watch the film, get a lift in and get to practice because coming off a loss, you don't want to have a letdown and just go down in the drain. Like I said, you want it to be a learning experience and just improve from there, and that's what I think we did a really good job of last year.
Last year, after that Bear defense that they surprised you with, did you guys prepare any differently this year for anything else they could throw at you, different scenarios, or just anything out of the blue?
Well, they have their base defense, obviously, that we prepare for. That's not crazy different from Ohio State's defense. So we practice against that much of camp, and then obviously we go through the Bear stuff, the Bear Zero, all that stuff, and then they have an odd package. So there's kind of they can throw anything at you, and I'm sure they'll have new stuff for us. That's just the nature of the game. They're always going to have new schemes, new blitzes, things for you. But I just think we're overall more prepared for anything they could throw at us rather than just focusing on one aspect of the defense.
How much of a factor is not having the Navy game before this and being more prepared?
It's huge. We've had all of camp to be able to, who's going to play what positions because there's been guys that have been out. How are we going to handle certain scenarios and things like that. And Navy's just a difficult team to play for. I forget the stat, but a ton of teams after they play Navy, They lose their next game. Just because it's such a different offense to get ready for. With all the cut blocking and everything they do. So I think it's awesome. We're going to go in that game. I think we're going to be fresh. We're going to be healthy. Being our first game, and then we just had a ton of time to prepare. And when we have plenty of time to prepare, I think we're pretty good.